Hi, boys and girls. This is Mr. Yates and Ms. Garcia. Today's video is going to be about Chapter 11, Lesson 7, Converting Customer Units of Capacity. Kind of like what we did yesterday, but we're going into a little bit more detail with it. Ms. Garcia is going to break it down for you about how to solve some of the ones you're going to see on today's assignment. So go ahead, Ms. Garcia.
Okay, so boys and girls, today we are going to be, you can utilize one of two things or you can use both. So just like Mr. Yates said that you guys are going to be, we're going to go into a little bit more depth as to the lesson that you guys did yesterday or Friday. Wait, I'm not sure. One of those days. Yesterday, thank you. So you guys can use your really big G that he has displayed at the top left of your screen, and it has the 4 quarts, the 2 pints, and the 2 cups inside each pint. Or you can use the chart at the bottom left-hand corner of your guys' screen right there, where it shows you all the different conversions as well. Both of them do the same exact thing. It's just your preference, or if you want to utilize both, you're more than welcome to. So we're going to go ahead and jump right in with a couple of examples. So we are going to go ahead and start with number 6. So number 6 says 50 cups equals blank pints. So looking at our chart, it looks like we are going to be going from a small unit of measurement to a big unit of measurement, which means that we are going to be dividing, because remember, shakes, buys, donuts. I got it right that time, Ethan. You should be very proud of me. So your 50 cups equals blank pints. So then you want to go and look at your conversion chart or your G, and it looks like you want to find the one that has both cups and pints, and it looks like we're going to be using the conversion of 2 cups equals 1 pint. It is going to be the second one listed down there. Yep, just like Mr. Yates is circling for us right there. So we are going to go ahead and divide our 50 by our 50 cups. So you're going to want to divide it by your 2, I believe. Yes, your 2 cups. So you are going to go ahead and set it all up. And 50 divided by 2, you don't necessarily have to turn your paper for this one, boys and girls, because it's pretty easy division. So that should give you guys 25. So your guys' final answer for this one should be 50 cups equals 25 pints. Perfect. So let's go ahead and move on to our next example. Our next example is going to go ahead and be number, which one did I say? It was number 11. So it is going to be 25 gallons equals blank quarts. So for this one, it looks like we are going from a big unit of measurement to a small unit of measurement, which means that we are going to be multiplying. So for this one, we want to go ahead and look at our conversion chart and see which one has both gallons and quarts. And it looks like we're going to be using our very last one on there. The 4 quarts equals 1 gallon. So we're going to want to multiply our 25 by our 4. And when you multiply 25 times 4, you should get 100. You guys can also think of it as something that always helped me was thinking of it as there's 4 quarters and $1. So that always kind of helps me. So 25 times 4 equals 100. So you guys should have 25 gallons equals 100 quarts. Perfect. So now our last example that we're going to be showing you guys is going to be number 5. And number 5 says 19 quarts equals blank gallons and blank quarts. Now on this one, it's just like the ones that you guys have seen on previous lessons and previous homework assignments, where it's kind of like hint, hint, you're going to have a remainder. So you want to go ahead and look and see if we're going from small to big or big to small. And it looks like we are going from a small unit of measurement to a big unit of measurement because gallons are bigger than quarts. So you are going to be dividing. So because remember, Shakes, Buys, Donuts. That's how I'll remember it. So we want to go ahead and look at our conversion chart and see which one has both quarts and gallons. And it looks like we're going to be using the same conversion as the one before, the 4 quarts in 1 gallon. So we are going to want to go ahead and divide our 19 quarts by our 4, because there's 4 quarts in 1 gallon. And we want to go ahead and divide that out. And since we are going to be having a remainder, we want to make sure to divide it out. So 4 cannot go into 1, but it can go into 19 4 times. You get 16, and 19 minus 6 gives you 3. So your final answer should be 4 gallons and 3 quarts. So because your remainder is going to be your quarts, and your 4 is going to be your gallons. So 19 quarts equals 4 gallons and 3 quarts. Perfect. So just like so.
Great. There's one more Ms. Garcia and I wanted to go over with you, and this will get you ready for the word problems as well. And it's using a new unit of measurement that we haven't really talked about too much in the other conversions. It's on number 8 right here. And it is this that I'm circling, FLOZ, which stands for fluid ounces. Fluid ounces are even smaller than a cup. There is, and you can see it here on the 8 fluid ounces equals 1 cup. It's too small to fit on the big G chart, but it's still one you want to know so that you are able to convert something like this, which is gallons, into fluid ounces. So what I want to do first is I'm going to start by writing down here 2 gallons is equal to blank fluid ounces. Make sure you put a little space here. It looks like flaws, but you want to make sure it's FL space OZ. I know that this is the bigger unit of measurement because gallons is way bigger than a fluid ounce. A fluid ounce is a small part of a cup. So I'm going from bigger to smaller, and I know Shakes, Buys, Donuts, so that's divide. So bigger to smaller must be multiply. What I'll be doing therefore is I'm going to be taking 2 and I'm going to be multiplying it by the number of fluid ounces in 1 gallon. Now, one thing I've noticed here on this chart, and most conversion charts like this aren't going to show you the number of gallons in fluid ounce, or a number of fluid ounces in gallons. So how do you figure that out? There is kind of a way to do this. What you would do is you're going to start looking at our number of cups. Let's see, we'll start here. I know that 8 fluid ounces are in 1 cup. Now, because there's 8 fluid ounces in 1 cup, I can think back to our big G chart. And we're going to do extreme zoom. So when I think about it right here, I'm going to draw a little line from the big G chart. And I'm going to put 1 cup, and I'll zoom back out a little bit. One of those little cups is equal to 8 fluid ounces. I know that because it says here on the customary conversion chart. And then I could take that knowledge and just draw it right up here. Now, one of those little C's is equal to 8 fluid ounces. Now that I know that 8 fluid ounces are in 1 cup, I can count the number of cups in a gallon. Let's see here. So I know that there are 1 gallon is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So it's equal to 16 cups. Now that I know that there are 16 cups in 1 gallon, I can take our 16 cups and multiply it by the number of fluid ounces in 1 gallon. So now I'll say that 1 gallon equals 16 cups. I can multiply that 16 cups by 8, which is the number of fluid ounces in 1 cup. And when I multiply that all the way out, And I kind of got a little squished right here and you can't see it. So let me write it out over here so you can see it. 16 multiplied by 8, 48, plus 4 is 128. So now I know that 1 gallon equals 128 fluid ounces. Once I look at my problem though, over here, the number 8, I want to ask a question. Am I done? No, I'm not. 2 gallons is how many I need to know. 2 gallons equals how many fluid ounces? Well, now that I know how much is in 1 gallon, I can take the 128, and again, I'm going to have to make some space. I kind of got some squishies here, and I want to try to write it out so it's easy. I'm going to take the number of fluid ounces that are in 1 gallon, which is 128 fluid ounces. Then I'm going to multiply that by 2, or I can just add it, either one. 16, 5, don't carry anything here. So I have 256 fluid ounces are in 2 gallons. So 256 is how many fluid ounces are in 2 gallons. So boys and girls, I think that'll give you everything you need to do to work on today's assignment. If you have questions, just go ahead and email me or Ms. Garcia, and we'll be able to help you. Thanks, boys and girls.